Hello everybody, this is Slave Gaming here, coming to you from Minecraft FTB Infinity Evolved. Today's episode we are going to be dealing with power. So, yes, you'll notice that I have prettied up my base. I will also show you my nether portal. Not sure if I've already showed you this, but this is my agricraft room. It's going to get expanded on later on when I get further into it. These, since we're dealing with power, these are something you guys should start looking around for when you first start out in the game. Either look around for an industrial craft style rubber tree, or go and get the Mine Factory Reloaded rubber tree. You will need the rubber at a later stage when you go to make machines and stuff like that, which I intend to in very shortly, because I would like to get further into the construction. So, just to show you, I'll show you. These are what the industrial craft saplings look like compared to the Minecraft Reloaded saplings. You then have the wood from the industrial craft one, and there's the wood from the Mine Factory Reloaded. And this is sticky resin. Sticky resin is what comes from the rubber tree of the industrial craft, but then you have the raw rubber that comes from the Mine Factory Reloaded. Once you cook them up, they both come out to being, one comes out to be just rubber, the other one comes out to be a rubber bar. It does not matter which one you pick. They still do exactly the same principle. Rightio. What I'll show you the differences between the two. This here is just a tap. It's a in that pattern there. So that makes a tap. They do break over time. So, and it's only used for the industrial craft rubber trees. So, how do you get the rubber out? Well, you right click on it, and it will give you the sticky resin. I just heard a spider. Alright, there must be a cave in this hill here. I have to fix that later. So yes, so you don't chop the trees down. So you just keep looking around, and you'll see right up the very top there is another one. These will have a lot more leaves. Just go up to the side, just chop them down the leaves off a little bit, and you will see the sticky resin sticking on the outside. Now, the difference between the two is this tree here, you don't have to chop it down to get the sticky resin. To get the rubber from these trees, you do have to chop the tree down. So, chop the tree down. I've got some saplings out of it. I'll replant it. So you will notice that I've got a whole heap of the Minecraft Reloaded rubber trees. Now, the reason why I've done the Minecraft Reloaded ones for me is because the wood from the industrial craft is a pain in the ass. Pardon my language. Is very difficult to deal with. Like, I'll show you. If you stick the wood in here, you won't get any planks from it. What you have to do with the industrial craft one is you have to put it through a furnace. it will then cook it down to wood, and then you use that wood to whatever you want to use it for. Whereas the rubber tree one, the Mine Factory Reloaded one, is you can put it straight in, and you will get jungle wood straight from it. So I use this one the most because I can use the wood straight away. Yep, come back over here. Throw the sapling. No, nope, that's oak. Yeah, that's right through. Grab those out though. I will explain this in the next episode. I will go into more depth into this, but this is just my storage area for at the time. It is not going to sit here. Eventually, this whole section is going to be my Mistcraft and portals to my Mistcraft worlds. This section here is actually going to be my crafting and machine area. So, I originally was starting this off and explaining it to everyone how to do it, but I didn't realize I hadn't pushed the record button, so dirty me. So just so I can catch you guys up, this is a water wheel. Produces 88 RF a tick if you do it in this configuration. I had already made all this on cam. Well, I thought it was on cam, so I'll go back and recap that as well. These are telephone poles. Well, not telephone poles, they're power poles. You can jump up and then climb them, so you don't have to pillar up to use them. So, drop down. I can also place these LV connectors either on the top or on the bottom, or I can do it like that as well. So break those off. Rightio. So I'll do a quick recap. If you're wondering how I got the blue from the okay. Right, yeah, so if you're wondering how I got all these nice, beautiful, pretty colours in my base, it's all because of this obsidian crafting. That's what I was... Okay, to make one of the chisel, you need you can use a piece of obsidian, you can use a diamond, or you can use an emerald. I think you can use an emerald. I know you can use a diamond. So yeah, you just put that in there and makes the chisel. So how does the chisel work? We'll show you. Okay, I've got the blue netherrack here. This is what I built my whole base out of, or most of it. So what you do is you put your normal netherrack in here, and you can select any of these patterns that you like. You don't have to do it that way. You can. Oops. One thing is you don't have the chisel selected while you do this, while you're moving around. So what I can do also is right click this, make sure it's single, yep. So I can left click on it and go through the different patterns. So there's the same as the one I've got, but instead of having just blue, it's also got the lava through the water part of it. So you can do that one. So yeah. So I just break that up to put it back to the blue that I originally had. All I do is do that and select it and do it. Same with normal stone. the cookstone, I should say, you can select all of the different patterns. I'm currently going with the modern felsic masonry, which is what that looks like. So I'll quickly run back inside, sleep. Throw that in there. So I'll throw that in there. Rightio. That's right. Have a snack. Rightio. So what we do is come over to this one here, and I'll remake it. As I said, I went through the nether to go and get all that netherrack, and in the process I ended up getting a whole bunch of nether ores, which I'll cover in a later episode when I actually deal with the nether. So what we need to do now is, while I've got this panel up, one of these is important to make, a engineer's hammer. So all it is to string 2 bits of iron in that configuration and 2 sticks. While you're at making it, you might as well get 2 treated sticks and an iron ingot to make your wire cutters. I will demonstrate this shortly. So what I can do is, not that, I need that. So clear this, go to water. You want to click on the water wheel segment. So hold down shift and click and left click the question mark, and it says I can make 2 of these segments. I need more than 2. Oops. So I need to break that down. Put that there. So if you just put left click it, will just put the individual one. If you shift click, and it will put the resources you currently have. I have enough to make 4, which is good. So now you put in this configuration, you get a piece of treated wood, which then makes your water wheel. So okay, what we do is we get the copper. So I might as well use that. So it doesn't matter which one I use. If I do that, we'll make copper wire. So I'll repeat that again. I will make the dynamo, which is what I'm going to show now. So type in kinetic, and it's this one here you want. So what I'm making now is this part of it. So grab that. I need that back. Need to get some more redstone. So what I do is I come over to my redstone stash, hold down shift and left click, and it will drag out one individual. If I just left click straight onto it, it will bring out a whole stack. So I do that. I get my coil wherever it is. There it is. And 3 of those. So I'll put that down. Oh, yeah. The reason why I did make another one is because I do intend to make a 3rd and probably quite possibly a 4th and 5th down into this area here. So what I'll do is I'll put the wheel on here. So you'll see that there's 2 wheels there now. This one here has 3. So the dimensions of this is 5 wide by 10 long by 6 high. So yeah, I have enough room in here to make another wheel, before I can finish completing this one off. Now, these ones I'll show you back inside once we get in there. So I'll get the wire that I had over. So now what I do is I right click on this, and I'll right click on that. That will now connect the wire to that. So now what I can do is get my stone out. I also made a handy little tool. It's a tape measure of all things. So I can go from there. So that I can do that. So that's 6. What do you mean? So what I can do is I can go from here to here to make sure it's correct. So it's 5. From here to here to make sure that it's 10. I can use the tape measure also to go from top down to there to make sure it's 6. So there's 14 to there. I'm trying to measure out the distance that the cable can go. It can only go 16 squares, so that's good enough. So I'll put that there, that there. Now I'll get my hammer out, and I want it that side. So I can jump up now. Oop. Place that there. I'll connect that to that. And now I can connect that to that. So it now has power running from the power water wheel that I have done. From there to there. The only bad thing about using this system is that I lose about 2% of the power per connection. So at the moment I'm losing 4%. But what I can do is I can change this over later and use HV cable, which is using steel. But to get the steel I need to have what do you call it? Steel. I need to have a blast furnace. So there. Come out. $16. So now get a pretty stone again. Put it there. Put that there. Connect the hammer. Climb up. Put that there. So I don't need to climb up to do this part. So there we go. So now that we have the power from there and from our water wheel coming along, better go inside before any nasties get me. Grab my sleeping bag again. Quickly sleep. So yeah, now I can go from there to here. Now this is the difficult bit, because I can do something about that, but is using a different mod. So now what I do is I come to my stash and I don't have it in the box. Okay. Check the there we go. So I've grabbed 2 of these. Remember holding down shift, left click, this one. I put that in there. I need to find the tool rod pattern. Grab that, and grab that. So I've got 2 of those. I now get that, like that, like that. Makes a handsaw. So now I've got the blue piece of netherrack here. So what I can do is, to cut it down into slices. So now what I need to be able to do is to make a hole in it. Just do this, and I'll get that. Now what I need to do is I need to get my chisel. Right click, throw one of those in there, get blue. Oop, not meant to do that. Throw that back, use the saw again to cut it down to 8. So yep, that's 8. Put that up there, put that there, grab that in. Now what I can do is this. I will break that one, and I will put, okay, not high enough. Here's some wood. So what I do, oops, is do that. Which then leaves, oops, I need to get the height again. Out. So we have that. Now I definitely need to go up, make sure I've got it. Oh, I think I know what my problem is. Might help if I actually have the wire selected. Oh, okay. Rightio. I thought that might have worked. Oh well. There we go. So now we have power running into the base. So now we have that. So we don't have any coming in. Come back over here. We now type in capacitor. Cap. So what we need is this one here. So now I just need to get a bit of lead, some more copper, a bit more redstone, and I have the treated wood planks. I'll make one of these. This is so I can store power even though I'm not using it. Yeah, I'll throw this in a chest for now. Yeah, this one. That will come in handy later. Right, we'll get some lead. Quickly smelt that down. Yep, don't have any. So basically, what you do then is once I've made it up, I'll put it down about here. Put another one of these LV connectors on it, and I'll have it coming down here. And that way, whatever power is being generated from my water wheels over there will be traveling across all this wire to a capacitor here. And then when I have my machines all set up in this area, I'll just link them up and yeah. Yep, done. Pour it out. I intend to make 2 of them so that we have a decent supply. Alright. No, that's because I don't have any treated planks on me. Throw that in there. Right there. And that because I'm out of iron. There we go. So that there and that there. Now these here, these dots on the side indicate power in, power out. The blue dot is power in, orange dot and the copper dot is power out. So at the moment we won't worry about that. So we'll grab those. It's currently obstructed. Alrighty then. Sorry for this episode being a little bit long. So there we go. Now I can put that one there and that there, and that should connect. There we go. So now, if I have it all hooked up correctly, you'll see, yep, this one here is filling up. And then when this one fills up, this one then will fill up. I can actually change the terminals on these as well, so I can turn them off. So I can have it so this one doesn't have any out except from when this one here has this one has no charge. So that's how I'll do it. I'm going to take that one off and I'll put it over there. So yeah. Continue. Quickly run over. Have a rest. So yeah. Spider. So yeah, that's basically what it is. It's having one of these and having this and connected to this. See, I really don't need to have that one there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just didn't really like the idea. I thought I might have been able to put the wire through that little panel, but oh well. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the episode. Hope you liked it. If you have, please leave a comment and a like. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Signing off.